YouTube, back with another video. It's your boy Jared, and welcome to my channel. You feel me? We got another reaction for y'all. You feel me? Shoulders. Got another reaction for y'all. Got work stories. Sooubway. I'm pretty sure it's sooubway and not Subway because it has an O. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you want to see the original video, the link will be in the description. But you ain't even gotta worry about that because we about to watch the whole video right here on this channel. But you know, some people probably won't want to hear me talking over it, so y'all can go. That link will be in the description. But without any half stepping, oh, I almost messed up. But without any half stepping, let's get into this video, man.
Life should work in a fast food or retail job. Not to improve their work ethic or anything, but so that everyone knows what it's like to have that kind of job. They wouldn't work in fast food their whole lives, maybe just like for 6 months, just so they get a feel for it. So with that, let's talk about the time when I worked in fast food. I used to work at a very small local sandwich shop. I don't know if any of you guys heard of it. It's called sooubway.
Oh, sooubway.
Our spokesperson was in the news recently. I don't know if you guys look at the news. Did you hear he got beat up in jail? I kind of want to meet the person who beat up Jared more than Jared. Not in person. We wouldn't meet in person, obviously. But like, he would be behind bars, and I would just look at the guy who beat up my spokesperson. How many people get to say that they beat up a fast food icon who is also a pedophile? Only one, and it's that guy. Okay, but seriously guys, working at Subway was probably one of the most easiest jobs out there. I don't know why I'm about to complain about it to you guys. We got free cookies. And you know the comic with the Subways in Hell? I was actually working at Subway when I made that comic. I just think it adds sort of a little bit of value to it. You see, the owners, who are husband and wife, can you believe it, of the Subway I worked at owned 2 stores. One of the Subway stores was in a Walmart on an Indian reservation.
Soulja Boy owns a Subway.
We have those in Arizona. And the other
Yeah,
Subway,
I think he fired like all the people that worked in the shop because they closed down the shop or
whatever. Since the Walmart store
whatever.
was always busy, the owners would spend 99% of their time at that store. So I didn't really have a boss most of the time. On the off chance the owners did show up, they would just pick up some food and then they would make sure I was making sandwiches the right way. And every time I made a sandwich in front of them, they would always find something wrong with it, without fail. You put on too many olives. Do you know, according to the Subway formula, you're only supposed to put on 8 olives on a foot long? 8! One for every other bite. That's just ridiculous. Can you imagine someone just counting out 8 olives? Nobody does that. I usually worked the closing shift, and at the end of the night, we would turn the alarm and we have 60 seconds to get out of the store. But one time I had the opening shift, so I unlocked the door to get in with my key, and the alarm went beep, beep, meaning I had 60 seconds to turn it off. No big deal, right? I've turned the alarm on all the time when I was closing. So I go to the little control panel and I type in the code and nothing happens. The beeping is still there and the clock is still ticking down. So I go, okay, I'm going to press each button very carefully. I'm going to make sure each button makes a beep when I press
Makes
it.
sense.
Beep, beep, beep. Nothing still happens. So I go, okay, I'm going to make sure to press each button very carefully. And I start thinking, did they change the passcode without telling me? Well, this is the only passcode I know, so we're just going to try it again. And I press each button very carefully. Beep, beep, beep. And it goes quiet. And then the alarm goes off. I still had like 20 seconds left. But I guess when you get it wrong 3 times, it automatically assumes that you're a burglar. So while the alarm is going off, I look on the contact sheet for the owner's cell phone number. I step outside, I call him, and he doesn't pick up. So I go back inside, find the number for the other Subway store. They open an hour before we do. Someone picks up with their stupid voice. Oh, thank you for calling Subway. I'm blah, 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 blah. How may I help you? And I go, hey, is Mike there? It's not his real name, guys, don't worry. And they go, just a minute. Yeah, sure, I have all the time in the world. The cops might be on their way, but take your time. So, Mike picks up. Yellow. Hey, Mike, this is James. What's the passcode for the alarm? Who is this? It's James. What's the passcode? What are you doing there, James? Why aren't you answering the question? I have the opening shift. Is the alarm going off? Yeah, no one told me the new code. Yeah, we changed it. It's the last 4 digits of your social security number. Oh, okay, thanks, Mike. I don't know my social security number. So I finally get the alarm off. No one showed up, thankfully. Which I actually don't know if that's a good thing.
That's a bad thing. What are you talking about?
We did have a store manager who would like make the schedule
terrible.
and sometimes tell us, hey, can you guys do a better job at your job. But other than that, she was cool. She watches my videos, and so do her little brothers. They're big fans. Shout out to Ivan and Andy. Those are the brothers. So get this, at Subway, you only work with one other person. Just you and them in an empty Subway for 5 hours. I mean, we weren't like empty all the time.
I think y'all should probably have more
and when you're
people
not
than
making
2
sandwiches,
people.
you have other stuff to do, like stocking the chips, or we had stuff to do. But okay, we did watch a lot of Netflix and do homework, so I mean, it was
I remember
other
it was
person
Subway in
you worked
Hawaii or
with
whatever.
would make or break your
Had
entire
person for the
shift.
bread in the
It wasn't
beginning of
the
the
annoying
condom, or
customers. I
like
kind
the
of got
meats and
used to
cheese
annoying
and
customers.
shit, and then you
So
had
I
the
worked
other
with a lot
person
of
for the
crappy
condiments,
people.
and then you
And I
had
also
another
worked
person
with
for
a
the
lot of
register.
people
So
who
that's
I'd
3 people in
probably
the front.
never become
Then you had
friends with,
somebody else in
except
the
in a
back.
work setting. You see, you gotta understand the type of
I guess
people who got
organizing or
jobs at
whatever. I don't
Subway.
know.
Potheads. Most of them are potheads. And some of them are really cool. I'm just going to go over a couple of the characters
smoke
that
weed,
I worked
son,
with. There was
and
Tyler,
work
I
at
freaking love this
Subway,
guy. He smoked a lot of weed.
boy,
He actually
I
taught me
got
what
fired
vaping
the
was,
first
and
day.
he got me into Clash of Clans. I actually mentioned him
Ooh,
and
these
his
subs are
girlfriend in
good.
my riddles
I'd have had
video.
like 20
I don't know if
subs.
I
They'd have been like,
told
you're
you.
fired.
And of course, I have to
They
mention
probably would've put
Corey.
me in
He was
jail. You
cool.
gotta
We
pay
watched
all
How to
this
Get
back.
Away
I'm
with
not paying
Murder on
nothing back.
Netflix, and I've also hung out with him outside of work. What him and Tyler had in common is that they would actually do their job, which you gotta appreciate. Then there was this guy, and get this, who was also named Jared, and he was fat. I know, right? He's like Jared before. He loved marble, and that's like the only thing he would talk about. I can say these things. He doesn't watch my videos. There was Sarah.
That
She
you
was
know
cool.
of.
She made me a bread bowl. And
Come
her
to work
boyfriend
the next
Jay
day and
talked about
get a knife
chocolates
at your
and
ass.
third eyes. He was interesting. And also, there's Anthony. He's cool. What's up, Anthony? For the 100,000 sprinkles video, I actually went back to Subway to use their scale because I knew they had one. And we counted 500 sprinkles again just to be more accurate for the 100,000. And Anthony helped me count instead of working. I mean, at least he got paid minimum wage for it. So 2 more stories before I go. One time, Jared asked me to take out this pile of trash, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just put this pile of trash in the dumpster. And as I was taking it out, I saw that there was a chip poster in the pile, and I thought, this is too cool to throw away. I'm gonna keep
right,
it.
but it was
So I took
probably
it home with
expired
me.
like shit.
And then the next day when I went in, people were saying, oh, where's the chip poster? We can't find the chip poster. We haven't seen it anywhere. And I'm thinking, I have the poster. I decided not to tell anyone that I had the poster, and it's still hanging up in my room. Sorry, boss, if you're finding out about this now. Okay, and then the other story, I was working with a manager, and we were just making sandwiches like usual. And I noticed that when we toasted a sandwich, it would burn the paper a little on the edges. That probably shouldn't be happening.
Did you tell somebody?
So then a customer asks for just bacon toasted.
Oh,
and the boss
no.
lady puts some bacon on
Oh,
paper,
no.
and then puts it in the toaster. And we don't have a setting for just bacon. So then when she opens the toaster, there was a fire on the bacon. So then she starts to whack it with the little metal tray thing, but all she ended up doing was fanning the flames, making the fire bigger. You got this, right? Then I went in the back and I got the fire extinguisher
Boy.
and I actually used it. I single-handedly saved that Subway.
Or not.
Wait, what have I done? Is it okay if the bacon's a little crispy and has nitrogen and carbon dioxide stuff on it? Wow, I didn't even mention a single bad customer experience. Well, I don't want the video to be too long. I should make a part 2. I'm gonna make a part 2 and it's just gonna be stories about annoying customers that I had to deal
That's
with.
funny.
And if anyone I used to work with is watching and I didn't mention you, it's because I hate you.
Oh, the savagery. The savagery. Yeah, man, I like to hear these little stories about work. Maybe one day I'm gonna tell y'all stories about the military. Oh, there. It's not maybe, they will happen on this channel. You gonna hear about a whole bunch of shit y'all probably never knew happened. But it's gonna take some time for that. Yeah, man, that's it for the video. If you wanna see me react to something else, comment that down in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, man, I'll holla at y'all.